What's up, internet? It's your boy Nancy Gaming, or you can call me Nancy for short. Did you miss me? I missed you. I missed you too. I know. Don't inflate my ego. But anyway, today we're gonna be doing a Black Clover episode 95 reincarnation reaction. All right. So my thoughts so far. Last week's episode, stupid, right? Stupid. Julius died. I hate y'all. Lick came to life. I knew it was coming. There's an imposter Lick. How? And then how is he inside of William? I don't get it. And then Yuno, my boy Yuno, is an elf. Does that mean Yuno's gonna turn? Is he gonna be the bad guy from now on? You can kind of tell that it was gonna happen, but is he gonna switch over to their side? What's his deal? I'm so confused. So hopefully it's called reincarnation. So Lick's gonna come back to life. I want to see how he's gonna react. Is he gonna like go berserk, lose his consciousness until somebody calms him down, or or is he gonna wake up cool, calm, and collective, assess the situation, and go from there? Who knows? So let's get straight to it. And so this 4-leaf thing been going on forever in a day. Is that the imposter Lick? He also has light magic. But she looks like I don't know. Is it Mary? The girl that's in Yuno's group, but she looks just like her. What's going on here? Is she gonna be reincarnated? Is Tetia gonna be reincarnated into old girl? What? I think I just cracked the code. And he also has a 4-leaf. That's dope. This is the first time they really showed the Wizard King of that time period. He seems pretty cool. Hey, jealousy, man. Hey, jealousy is gonna be the end of him. So is this whole episode gonna be a flashback, or this whole episode is gonna be a flashback? Fauna! That's the beast guy. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think the Wizard King did this. First of all, you're elves. Like, shouldn't y'all mana powers be like so massive that humans can't even fathom it? Like, how is your magic being sealed? Like, what spell is this? I mean, I know the Wizard King, he has a 4-leaf. I know he has the 4-leaf grimoire and everything, and it might be possible for him to do it, but that large a scale to seal that many elves mana, I feel like there may be a third party here. I feel like there's a third party. Aw, she died with her eyes open. That's crazy. Straight up massacre for his own sister. I know, old boy. See, that can't be the Wizard King. There's no way he would attack his own sister, man. Why would he do that? Oh. That thing that he just did. Did Lick just like take like all the survivors' souls and implanted them in other people's bodies or something like that? Oh, and if he did, how does Petri have his face? Right? Like I'm not understanding that. Because if he did take all of the souls of the survivors and implant them in other people's bodies, that would explain how Fauna and the Beast guy and Raya, that would explain how they made it into other people's bodies and stuff like that and took on their likeness. But how does he have Lit's face? Is William the child of Lit and Tetia? Did I get it wrong? Can't be, right? Yeah, maybe that explains it. Maybe that's the reason why he's scarred with that little curse on his face, right? Because like humans and elves, they can't commingle. That might be what it is. Yuno might not actually be the child. I don't know, man. Like Yuno got the height. He got the height just like Lit, and he got the eyes too. He got the gold eyes. That's crazy. Damn. So did Lick actually like reincarnate all the elves? He said that we was gonna take on our true form. So that means multiple elves are all throughout the Wizard Kingdom. That's crazy. Yes, bro. Of course you got tricked. You're nothing. Is he decaying? Are they turning into stone or are they actually decaying? That's crazy. I'm actually happy the scientist girl is gone because I hated her. She was annoying. You needed to go. That's fucked up. But they literally just gave us the same exact ending as last week's episode. They just rehashed the same ending. All they did was add a new animation of the soul leaving the body for those 3 sacrifices, but they literally ended on the same, Bruh, that's some bullshit, bruh. Alright, so that was my reaction to Black Clover episode 96 Reincarnation. Alright, so some key points for this episode, right? Humans and elves both receive grimoires. Same exact way. I didn't know that. Did you? I don't read the manga. So you know, Lit, he got a 4-leaf grimoire just like the Wizard King, the previous Wizard King, and just like Yuno. So that's pretty cool. Because they have the same grimoire, they actually, you know, they made friends. You know, they met by fate one day, and they actually became friends. You know, they had the same ideals. You know, let's co-mingle as one. Let's make one big happy world, right? And he gets married to his sister and everything like that. You knew all this stuff. You knew the elves loved everything about Lit. You knew the elves loved Tatia, you know, the wife. And then you saw their demise, right? Here's the thing. There were no survivors. Lit was the only survivor, and he did a reincarnation spell like Orochimaru and Madara from Naruto and stuff like that, and brought all those elves back. But here's the thing though, their souls haven't fully been reborn. You know, some went through bodies and it just wasn't the same wavelength, so they couldn't be reborn. And then and then Patry, you know, somehow he was the only one. He was the chosen one. Maybe because he always dotes on Lit. Maybe because he gets really, he looks up to him basically as a god and stuff, right? Like Lit is his savior. That is the person he wants to be, and like that's his mentor in a sense. And so I guess he was chosen by Lit as he was doing the actual spell. Patry was able to be reincarnated. My thing is, he's reincarnated into Vangeance. Vangeance looks like Lit. Why is that? And then at first I thought that may have been the child, but now I know it's not the child because Fauna, you know, Fauna was reincarnated into a girl that looked just like her and even had the same name. So there's coincidences like that in this world where things happen, right? Lit, you know, Vangeance just happened to be Lit's counterpart, right? So like that's not his child. And then Yuno, now I'm thinking, I guess he's not the child anymore. Maybe he still is. You know, maybe there's a couple things that could happen. Even though she died, she gave birth right before, which they didn't show that in the flashback, but it's a possibility. Or even though she died, you know, this world has magic, so maybe Lit was able to do something with that fetus before or afterwards and implant it into somebody else to keep the child alive. Or Yuno isn't the child at all. The child just doesn't exist in Black Clover. That child never came to be because Tetia died, right? So Yuno isn't the child at all, but there's a soul inside of him, and that soul has finally been, there's an elven soul inside of him, and that soul has finally been awakened. And now Yuno's true form is coming to light. So Yuno is actually like a regular person. It's just another soul inside of him. That might be the case too. That might be the case. Because at the end, that nigga was an elf with black hair, right? So it may be another situation where Patry is inside of Vangeance. Maybe there's another one that's inhabiting. Maybe there's another soul that's inhabiting Yuno, and now they're both going to coexist at the same time versus being split apart, or versus that elf just taking over Yuno's body altogether. Where does it go from here? I don't know. Maybe Yuno becomes evil, right? He has an elven half. Maybe that half is like super strong, and they can always keep Yuno's subconscious at bay. You know, can always put him in the backseat, and the elf takes over. You know, and then Yuno's the bad guy, and then now. And that's where the show is going to go from here. Asta is going to try to get Yuno's body back. He's going to try to get him to regain consciousness. I might be completely off. Again, I'm not reading the manga. These are just my thoughts. I'm just spitballing. I got so many ideas right now that come to my head, but I got to keep the video short. But so far, Black Clover is lit. The only thing I didn't like about this episode, not only was it like a flashback for 95% of it, well, 99% of it, the very end of the episode, the last couple of seconds, the last 30 seconds, let's say, the only new thing they showed was the souls leaving the body. Like they literally picked up where they left off, and they never left off. It's like here we go. It's like boom. This is my phone, right? My phone. I picked it up. I left it right here on my mouse pad, right? Last week. I picked it up today. This week. You know what? I feel like going for a walk. And I left my phone right there and I went outside. Like they literally just picked it up and put it right back down. There was nothing new about the ending of it. It's literally the rehashing of the last 10-15 seconds of last week's episode. Nothing changed. I didn't like that. But I'm not gonna get mad because normally when things like that happen, that's just the animation team gearing up so that when they get back to the main arc, boom, the animation is perfect. So next week I'm expecting a huge jump in quality, and it looks like it's getting back to the main story. So hopefully, you know, we'll have something to talk about. But this week's episode, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like that's fair. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're new. Check out the channel for more reviews, reactions, anime drawings. I got all that stuff on here. And you know, if you're feeling generous and you actually hit that subscribe button, make sure you click that bell icon to be notified when I drop something new. This is Ananti. Thank you for coming to the Kickback, and I'll see you when I see you.